Paul, you can see the flags, Pride of Ulster.
Referee Mark Courtney from County Tyrone leading out the two teams for this cup final to a terrific welcome from both sets of fans.
Yeah, it's a special occasion for football players when they're playing cup finals. The opportunities here today, Paul, for the first time that any of these players can remember, not just to be champions of the North or South, but to be champions of Ireland, of all Ireland. Isn't that something really worth fighting for?
And isn't that a fantastic scene as well?
Yeah, lots of flags, lots of cover. I just feel that, Stuart Byrne, he'll be so proud. He wouldn't have wanted Owen Heary to miss out on today's cup final. But every boy's dream is to captain their team in a cup final, and it doesn't get bigger than a Setanta Cup final. He's excited, that fella there as well.
And you look at Noel Bailey, who's the Linfield skipper as well. You think of the vast experience and the number of trophies he's lifted for the team from Belfast.
Yeah, but it will be the team that will win today is the one that can handle the occasion. The only thing that counts on cup final day is goals. Everything else is talking points. You got goal scorers. How will Linfield deal? I think they'll put Wesley Houlihan behind Jason Byrne, and I think that's going to be difficult for Linfield to handle.
So we have our guest of honour here at Tolka Park, Conor Lenihan, the Minister for Overseas Development. Miles Corcoran there, the President of the FAI as well, just behind him. Shaking hands behind Miles is Bobby Jemison, who's the Vice Chairman of the Irish Premier League. All adds to the build-up, Pat, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they'll be nervous, those players. They want to get the kick-off going. The ceremonies, sometimes they can drag. And also, it's a big game for referees and lines, men and lines women, because, it's live on television, they don't want to be making mistakes. There's no hiding place here today, Paul.
This is the moment you've got to get those butterflies in the stomach flying in unison, everything else out of your head, focused on the match.
I think, Linfield have that experience, don't they? They're used to the big crowds, Bentown and Linfield. And I was really impressed with them against Bentown. To go to the Oval, to get that result after the disappointment, I think that's very important. And interesting that David Jeffrey has picked the same team. You look at them, they're applauding the Shelbourne fans, they're very, very confident.
So the game shortly to get underway. The Shelbourne fans obviously fancy their chances, named as the strong favourites. But very briefly, Pat, who are your favourites tonight?
Well, Shelbourne are favourites. They're playing on home turf. However, I think this is really, really close. Never back against the Blues, never back against Linfield. I think if Clint Ferguson has a good day, it's going to be very tough for Shelbourne.
So the Setanta Cup final, live and exclusive. I'll hand you now to our commentary team, Brian Hamilton, and first, Derek Kiley.
Thanks very much, Paul. Good evening, everyone. A special occasion at Tolka Park, the inaugural Setanta Cup final. And the atmosphere around us is building gradually, Brian. Tremendous occasion.
Well, it is truly a fantastic affair. The supporters are in full voice. The pitch is absolutely magnificent. I spoke with both managers before. They're looking forward to the game. It's a big, big match.
It's as big as it gets. We've had 12 matches so far. 31 goals, an average of over 3 goals per game. It hasn't been boring. It's been very exciting indeed. That's what they're both playing for. That's the trophy. Beautiful trophy it is too. It'll be in the hands of either Windsor Park or Tolka Park this evening. Looking at the pitch, you get a good bird's eye view of the trophy there. It is like a carpet.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. We had a walk along the pitch early on and we spoke with the groundsman Marcel Bentier, a Romanian, and he has done an absolutely wonderful job.
Well, there will be a minute's silence before kick-off in respect to the tragic passing of Shane Brennan, and let's hope it's observed with respect. Impeccable. That's lovely. Good to see that. Nice to see that. Bit of respect shown. Let's take a look at the team lineouts. First, Shelburne. Pat Bennett Shelburne. We'll look to Jason Byrne to score tonight as a lone raider. The Shells captain Owen Heary, of course, is out due to suspension, so it's a Setanta Cup and a Shelburne debut for unknown Stephen Brennan.
Yeah, Pat Bennett likes the score for two. The ever reliable Hawkins and Rogers at the back, but Wesley Hooligan, a very intelligent player. I think he'll drift and make a 5 in the middle of the park.
As for Linfield, well, David Jeffrey's starting lineup tonight is identical to the 11 that played at the Oval last Tuesday night, the 4-2 win over Glentoran.
Yes, again, David likes the 4-4-2. Noel Bailey is captain at the back, the brains of the team. Mike Reevy in the middle of the park, a little bit of guile, and up front, Ferguson, who was outstanding.
Referee tonight is Mark Courtney. The last time we saw Mark was here. It was Cork City versus Shelburne. He had a decision to make that night. He'll have a few tonight as well as Shelburne kick off from right to left. The Reds versus the Blues. Early few seconds crucial. Dave Rogers. Goes out. And one interesting inclusion, of course, as we mentioned, for Shelburne is Stephen Brennan, on loan at the moment from Newcastle United. Signed the contract till, I think, the end of June. Eamon Collins told me before the kick-off. It's a big night for the young lad. Gary Hamilton has a first shot. Keeper doesn't deal with it. Gary Ferguson, I should say.
No, it was a good shot. It was a mistake by the heart of the Shelburne defence. They just need to settle down. But Ferguson, vastly experienced player, I think he could have taken it on another yard. He didn't. Here it comes through. Just take it on. Then you drive it. He did. Just got the keeper a little bit of a problem.
I know what put me off. I was looking at the top scoring stats just before the kick-off. Gary Hamilton at the moment with 3. Glenn Ferguson was in there with a goal as well. The referee will have to be very much on top of the game this evening. A bit of early tension, but you'd expect that. It's a big occasion.
Well, the cup final is always inclined to bring out the nerves, but the referee just needs to keep a tight grip in the situation. Jim Crawford's the player involved. You can see Michael Gall is running with the ball. There's definitely a little bit of contact. He does slip over. The ball's there for grabs. The referee trying to keep a lid on it.
O'Kane with the free kick, sweeps it in with the left boot, goes towards the back post as a header into the middle. Chance for Linfield early on. Finds his way back to O'Kane. Thumps someone in awkwardly. Dave Rogers clears it for Shelburne. Bailey looking for Murphy Long. Stuart Byrne, the captain of Shelburne tonight, just breaks that attack up. It's another free kick.
Well, Jim Crawford again involved, but the previous free kick was a super free kick, far post, and William Murphy had stayed up. He got the header. McAreevy came in. Shelburne living a little bit dangerously.
McAreevy with the free kick. There was an arm up there, but there was a push from Glenn Ferguson. It'll be a free kick to Shelburne.
Well, it is a good free kick. Dave Rogers is there. Murphy's there as well. Two big guys, two very committed defenders who want to attack the ball.
Baker wins it, gives it to Byrne. His first touch of the final. Stuart Byrne leaks it outside. Leaks the ball back in. And it's a corner kick. It's the first of the evening. It's to Shelburne.
Well, good play by Shelburne again. We spoke about both teams very attacking, wanting to get forward. It's a lovely pass here. Houlihan, lovely little pass round the corner. And he almost got it through. Good defending by Linfield.
Deliveries into the 6-yard box, well claimed by Alan Manus.
Well, it's a fabulous take by the big keeper, and they always like to get an early catch.
Thompson, first touch is very good indeed. Gets caught up in the tackle but maintains possession. It's with Ferguson, gets a little touch too. Finds his way into Multy. Swings it right across the goal mouth. No one there to attack it, with a good move from Linfield.
Well, it's a taster of what's to come. It's been a terrific start. Ferguson involved, Thompson involved, the ball across by Mounsey, an invitation to knock the ball in the back of the net. No blue shirt could get there. Again, Shelburne a little bit fortunate.
It's a free kick. Stuart Byrne will leave it. Williams. Pat Fenlon, we're told, not feeling the best. He's on the bench. He'll enjoy the evening.
Well, I thought it was a lovely touch at the very start of the game. As you know, Pat had a spell at Linfield, a very successful spell, very popular player. He came across to the supporters. Him and David Jeffrey both applauded the crowd, and it was well received.
Noel Bailey has to protect the Linfield penalty area. John Hawkins, just a little too much on that. Well, they came down yesterday. They're staying out in Malahide in a 12-star hotel. That's the budget gone.
Well, they know how to celebrate, and this is the end of the season, so they're looking to win this cup. It's a big tournament.
Stephen Brennan looks for Jason Byrne. Just gets a little nick onto that, the number 10. Great control. Looks for Byrne. He's left Jason Byrne in a bit of space. There's a move inside from Ollie Cowell, but there's a shot come across in the end, but Wes Hoolan again wins the ball he should never have won.
Well, fabulous skill. Noel Bailey was pressing him. He played against him. He got it down. He turned. Noel Bailey, a vastly experienced player, couldn't stay with him. He slipped the ball to Byrne, and Byrne really had two choices. Was he going to hit the target or cross it? I think he caught him between the two.
McAreevy misses out. Baker. To Alan Malice. Done by O'Kane, Dave Rogers. Beats his keeper. Murphy versus Byrne. Murphy wins that one. McAreevy adds to it. Byrne determined to keep it in. Looks for Jason Byrne. Murphy's there again. Eventually for a throw will be 2 shots. Stephen Brennan with the throw for Sherburne into the penalty area. Bounces openly. Murphy gets a touch on it. Moves outside to Darren Murphy. Not cleared well enough. Here comes Shelburne inside the Linfield penalty area. Tackles had to be timed to perfection there. Crawley heads it through. Chase on for Wes Hoolan. He leaves it for Alan Malice. Cleared away.
I think that's going to be one of the big tests tonight. One of the most enjoyable parts is Houlihan against Bailey. They've both been very clever. Here you can see him, good balance, goes past. Mid tackle, he just got away with it.
Well, clearly the playmaker with Sherburne Football Club, very much involved. Tackled out of it as Galt looks to take it away from Linfield. Ferguson, strong in the tackle, steps and gives it back to Douglas. There's a foul on the Linfield number 9.
Well, I thought he was quite magnificent against Glentoran. You can see how strong he is. Well, that's the end of that challenge, but certainly before that Ferguson tried to hold the ball in. He's such a strong, experienced player and so important to this team.
Take this free kick for Linfield. Just inside his own half. Looks to go to the edge of the area. Hawkins clears. Taken quickly. It's a bit rash because it's given away to Mounsey. Gives it back to Bailey. Very congested in the middle of the field. Looking for the openings both sides. Mounsey gets the touch on that, gives it to Thompson, a bit of space, but the deflected ball from Dave Rogers off Mounsey falls handily into the hands of Steve Williams.
Well, looking at both sides, they have settled for 4-4-2. Houlihan is playing very close beside striker Jason Byrne, and certainly both wide players looking to support the ball when it's played in the middle.
Tight to the far side. Rogers covers the danger. We had an explosion of goals last Tuesday night in the Oval. No less than 6. McAreevy. Thompson. Turns and lays it inside. Just scrambling inside the penalty area. Lots of red shirts in there. Taken away by Jim Crawford.
Yeah, good play by Thompson again, Peter Thompson. Lovely little touch. I thought Michael Gold had half a chance when the ball came to him. Get it out of your feet, get it on your left side and strike it. He tried to favour his right and invited the challenge.
Andy Powell switches the play to the left side. Links up the ball for the 1-2. Byrne wins the free kick.
Well, it's a competitive challenge. Murphy comes in, he can't win it. Sometimes you've just got to hold up as a defender, keep good balance, keep your shape, and if you go diving in like that, you're either going to give away a free kick or you end up on your butt, and of course he runs away from you.
Dave Crowley with the free kick. Very close to the keeper, too close to the keeper. No test for the Linfield defence with that set piece. It's a free kick, a foul on Wes Houlihan from Glenn Ferguson.
Yeah, he's unhappy there because basically when you look at the player, I look at his eyes, and Ferguson there had his eye on the ball. Houlihan, very clever, just stood his ground, and when he pushed into him, it was a free kick, but purely intentional. Sorry, unintentional, should I say.
I just raised the eyebrows there for a second, Bright. Dave Crowley looks to the left. It's a free kick. Looks to be really a nothing challenge, taken quickly by Shelburne. Ollie Cahill. Crowley stuffs his cross in. Another free kick. McAreevy adjudged to have fouled Jim Crawford.
Well, he did raise his arms, there's no doubt, and the referee trying to keep a handle on the game. If he can just keep it in these early stages nice and calm, I think he can have a good game tonight.
Ball over the top. Chance for Baker to attack the Linfield penalty area. Comes back out and Michael Gold clears it away. It's a bit nervy in that Linfield penalty box when the ball goes in.
Well, they're being tested. Shelburne are a very good side. It was a wonderful ball in behind the full back. I really like these. You turn a full back, and Baker here got it in. Just his header just didn't give him a fighting chance.
Houlihan, low and hard. Douglas clears it for Linfield. Again, Dave Rogers came from his central position and covered well.
Does fantastic, the big man. Really commanding, great vocal. He gets about people, he makes them play, and he's a very aggressive attacker of the ball.
Throw for Gold is a good one. And it comes off Stuart Byrne. It's a corner kick for Linfield.
Byrne and Gold, that's going to be a good contest in there. Gold very aggressive, Byrne likes to compete in box to box. And it's pleasing to see Pat looking so well. I hope he's enjoying the game.
Mounsey delivers in, looks towards the back. Rogers gets a head on that, finds his way to Ollie Cahill, who loves to run down the left wing. Goes charging forward and keeps his feet. No advantage play by the referee there, and that's a poor decision.
Poor decision, should have allowed it to go on. Terrific play by Cahill. He just real power, pace, determination. He had the Linfield player running with him. He stayed with it, he brought the ball inside. Houlihan was free. Referee, wrong choice.
Shirts forward for Shelburne. Better delivery this time, but Ferguson is in the best position, clears it. Houlihan loves to play in a free role. Kane finds Baker. Shelburne number 11. Baker will win a free kick.
Yeah, it's silly by young Murphy. He doesn't need to do that. Baker's got his back to him. He's got the ball there. The linesman's facing. He can see everything. You've just got to stand your ground, watch the ball, watch the player, and be a good defender. For me, that was the easy option. And now they've got to defend.
It's a dangerous moment for Linfield. Delivery in his deep, headed away. Ferguson back, he scores goals, but he makes vital headers as well. Good defensive football by the Linfield number 9.
Well, I was speaking with David Jeffrey before the game, and I was talking about how well he had played Glenn Ferguson individually and also for the team. And he said, where do you go to replace someone with that kind of quality? And it's going to be tough.
In the competition so far, Linfield have scored the most amount of goals. They've scored 9. One of those was an OG at Windsor Park against Glentoran. So far, Shelburne have scored 5 goals. Running with the throw. Is tested by Ferguson, Rogers, thumps it long, and Jason Byrne timed that run to perfection. He's one-on-one, he's hit it a bit early. He had a bit of time there, thought about maybe putting it over Mana's opportunity.
I think he did very well. Terrific early service, and he was playing right on the back line. He spun, got on it. He saw the keeper of his line. He did try to lob him. For invention, 10 out of 10. Execution, just not so good.
Stuart Byrne plays it long, down through the middle, inviting Jason Byrne to run after that. McAreevy picks it up, first time ball through, off the chest, good control, but Rogers covers the danger for Shelburne.
Well, I think we saw Linfield early on the tournament being exposed at the back, and I'm just looking along the line. Noel Billy tries to take control of it. He leads the line out, but not everybody comes with him, and that does leave a space.
Collins on the Shelburne bench, charismatic leader, the captain of Linfield, Noel Bailey. On ball from Manus. Ferguson gets a hit on that again. Too much power. Well directed. So will be to Shelburne. And again, Brennan gets a hit on that, bounces around, Baker straight into the hands of Alan Manus. He's a real threat. He's had 2 goals so far in the competition.
Well, he struck the ball too well, but Hullen's the man. He's really finding that little bit of space. He's got that little bit of invention. Linfield need to really nab him, they need to pin him, and Baker is very clever when he strikes for goal.
Goals. Thompson. Douglas looking for Mounsey to run through.
Well, after early pressure from Linfield, where they got the ball down and passed and played, and I thought they looked a threat in the first 2 or 3 minutes. They're going from back to front just a little bit too quick at the moment. They need to get the ball down. We've talked about the beautiful surface. They're a good passing side. They need to get on with that.
Over the course of the last 12 games in the Setanta Cup, we haven't had a scoreless draw. But if we have a scoreless draw, or even a score draw at the end of 90 minutes, we'll have extra time and penalties to decide it tonight.
Well, I'd be really surprised if both of these teams go through this 90 minutes without scoring goals. They've got clever players, they've got people who like scoring goals. They're terrific from set pieces, so I'm expecting goals.
Murphy wins the header, Hawkins leaves it. A call from Dave Rogers at the back. Murphy puts it long ball. Good crossfield run from Peter Thompson. Looks to test the defence of Shelburne. They're back their numbers, so Thompson wins it again, and it's gone for a corner kick. Good pressure from the number 17.
Well, fantastic play. It was actually Dave Rogers who was playing him on. He was slow getting out, was the big man. Thompson saw it, he was in the space, he was strong, he was aggressive. Hawkins had to stay with him. He got back, he got through. Too many red shirts for him, but good play from Peter Thompson.
Tim Mounsey again looks to the back. Murphy gets a fair touch. McAreevy good isolated on the edge of the penalty area. Looks to turn back. He's got support with Douglas. Douglas hits it first time. cleared away out by Jason Byrne, picked up by O'Kane, who switches it back out to Mounsey again. Linfield getting players forward, goes to the back. Murphy gets a hit on that. Good work from the number 3, William Murphy. Found a good position there.
Well, he did. He pulled in the far post. Shelburne won't be happy. He wasn't picked up. He got space. He tried to head for goal. He needed to send it across the face of the goal. That would have given them a better chance.
Ball through from Hawkins finds Baker. Baker gets the second touch. Manus looked like he was coming. He hesitated. It's inside the penalty area. Ball's somehow finds his way back into the hands of Adam Manus. But Wes Hoolan was hanging around there with intent.
Well, they got to be careful. The ball's been played in this area too often, in behind the left back position. He's got in there, he's looked up. The goalkeeper hesitated, the defenders hesitated. They just got simply lucky. Well, we talk about Baker and we know he's very good in the air. They play a lot of balls in the air and he's clever getting up to win the ball, but also we've seen tonight how he can use his pace and get in behind, and if he does have to go off, it'll be a little bit of a loss for Shelburne. He's playing top of his game tonight.
Suspicious that maybe Richie Baker may have pulled his hamstring. It would be a huge loss to Shelburne. Just checking it out, he felt something twinge there.
Well, if it's a pull, he'll not take any further part in this game, I'm sure, but maybe just, as they say, he's tweaked it a little bit and he might just be alright. The magic sponge is on him.
Momentarily, it's Shelburne who are down to 10 men. Jason Byrne goes on another raid forward for the Dublin side. Ollie Cow. Marshaled out of it by Stephen Douglas. Hawkins looking for support, he gets it from Dave Rogers. Switch of the play from Shelburne from left to right. It's a free kick. It's against Olympia number 17, Peter Thompson.
Yeah, it was for real studs, but the referee very quick to stop the game, making sure there's nothing. You can see him lunging a little bit. He shows the studs, no contact, but the referee just giving an indirect free kick and taking his steam out of the situation.
I'm looking at the Shelburne bench. Richie Baker's got his head in his hands. You can see him there. He's distraught. He cannot continue. There will be an early substitution for Shelburne.
Well, I must say, I think that's a disappointment for Shelburne because he has looked so effective tonight. Very quick in the line. He looks to get in behind the back four and he's done it to good effect. And he does look a bit distraught.
Ball slipped over. Rogers puts it back towards his own goal. Hawkins, well, he's challenged high, wins the free kick. It's a second injury problem in a few seconds for Shelburne.
Well, I don't think it was much contact. The two of them trying to leap in, and of course there's going to be contact of limbs. Big six-footers going for the ball. Not a case. I think the referee just tried to, again, keep calm, give the free kick, get on with it, and everybody responded very well.
Douglas wins the ball for Linfield. McAreevy gets a touch. Jason Byrne looks to bring it back into the middle. Wes Houlihan uses his body to great effect and makes a break. Wes Houlihan crowded out of it. Four shirts there in blue. Stuart Byrne looking for support. Gets it with Dave Crawley. Crawley brings the ball central and switches the play to the right. Good ball it is too. It's a ball into the middle. Jason Byrne against Manus. Byrne goes around Manus. He cuts back inside. Has he overplayed it? He hits it. In the end, I think he came off the back of Noel Bailey, but that was the best opportunity of the final so far.
Well, it all started with Crawley. The ball from left to right was terrific. The run from Byrne was also very good. Manus came out. He sort of way stopped him. Byrne tried to get the shot in. I think it was Noel Bailey laid down, come off his back. But Linfield living a little bit dangerously.
Corner kick will be to Linfield. Bobby Ryan now on in place of Richie Baker. Delivered in. Hawkins gets a head on it. Ollie Cahill! That wasn't far away. He caught hold of it. It was ambitious, but he's got a vicious left foot.
Well, it's good play. It's a good set piece. They get right round the 18. If anything's going to come out, it's going to come onto them. And he did strike it so well, just lacked the accuracy. But I'm looking at Linfield really. I think they just need to be a little bit careful. When they win the ball, they're defending really very, very well with great spirit. They're just kicking the ball away. When they get it, they've got to be a little bit more careful, a little bit of a more measured. This is a shot coming in. It's a great strike. Oh, it just whizzed over the crossbar. But Linfield, I just feel need to be careful if they're going to get more of those shots on their goal.
Stephen Brennan at the throw for Shelburne. Houlihan chests it down. Another chaser for Jason Byrne. Too much on this one.
Well, it's definitely a ploy, and that young man will be disappointed because he has started the game so well, and well, he's made a major contribution to the Setanta Cup. But it's about tonight, and Linfield now just need to be careful at the back because Shelburne's so good at playing the ball forward in behind their defenders.
Bobby Ryan gets his first touch in the Setanta Cup final. We saw him in action, of course, at Shamrock Park against Portadown. David Jeffrey will be slightly pleased that certain Mr. Baker's off the pitch.
Well, I don't think he'll be too disappointed, that's for sure. And I think Noel Bailey and certainly Darren Murphy in the left back position will be quite pleased.
Thompson looks for Ferguson. Taken away by Brennan. With a space for Wes Houlihan. Houlihan looks for Byrne inside. Byrne tried to thread it out to the right. Thompson again links up. Okay, and then a bit of space for Linfield. He's got Ferguson at the back post. It takes a deflection. Ferguson hits one! 1-0 Linfield! And Ferguson's done it again!
Well, they're absolutely delighted. Slightly against the run of play, I must say. The ball was won at the back. I thought Houlihan was going to create a little bit of magic. Linfield defended so well. It got forward. I thought Peter Thompson's selection was terrific. They got a little bit lucky. They got a deflection. It fell to Ferguson. What a fantastic volley. Terrific strike. O'Kane does well. He looks up. He gets the service in. Composure. Smack it in. Terrific.
Ferguson just has the inner belief to get into the right position at the right time, but he's still got to finish them. Finished them, he did in style. In the last game and in this game, Shelburne trailed Linfield by a goal to nil in the Setanta Cup final. Douglas just idles on the ball. Wes Houlihan picks it up. He's got Ollie Cowell on the left, but he looked for Cowell to make the run inside. Didn't happen that way, and the attack breaks down.
Well, Stephen Douglas just cut a little bit short there. I would like to see more options for him. He got the ball under control. He looked to pass. No real options on, but you mustn't lose it.
Just got confirmation from the sideline that it is a hamstring injury for Richie Baker. Ball's in. Thompson looking to find the space. Hawken covers the danger.
Well, Vinci was very clever there. He saw Peter Thompson. He saw the run. I thought he was going to play far post to Ferguson. He didn't. But it's really shaking Shelburne, that goal.
Douglas will take this throw. He's got the option of a long throw, and he uses it. Ollie Cowell takes it away. Bailey looks for Douglas again. First time ball with the right boot. It's with Mounsey. Mounsey, he took a couple of touches to get full control. Bailey puts it in low and hard, cleared up by Hawkins. This is real pressure from Linfield. Just applying a little bit of heat on that Shelburne defence. Galt on the left, looking for a runner. Good link-up football from Linfield. Balls it into the back. Ferguson again! Just pulled on that. Ollie Cowell looks to take away, but it's broken down. Good tackle from Douglas towards the back post. Too much on that. Brennan there for Shelburne.
Well, fabulous play from Linfield. Terrific play. Great play down the left-hand side. The cross came in. This is where Glenn just needed to be a little bit more composed. It just bounced in front of him. just went under his foot. But again, wonderful pass and movement, and if Linfield do that, they look very effective.
When that ball was going towards Glenn Ferguson, every Shelburne supporter on the ground held their breath for a split second.
Well, it's amazing how a goal can change a team, and I thought Shelburne were looking so confident just before the goal. Linfield a little bit stretched, but all of a sudden now Linfield, they're slightly on top of the game.
Good ball from Jason Byrne. The option is Ollie Cal. Lays it off. Crawley looking inside, finds Jason Byrne, but good solid defending by William Murphy. Thompson. Ball through, and Mouncey stayed onside. It's a one-on-one situation. He can get past the defender. There could be appeals for a penalty kick there. Jim Crawford may be lucky to get away with that. Bobby Ryan just gets caught in the tackle. That was a close decision.
Well, it was a fabulous play by Linfield down the right-hand side. Terrific ball from Peter Thompson. The ball came in. Mouncey, he checks back in. There's definitely contact with the ankle. I think if Mouncey has played for it, but the referee, well, he wasn't in a position to make a judgment. I think he could have given the penalty kick there.
I've seen him given for less.
Oh, there was definitely contact with the ankle, but the Linfield player tried to play for it. Maybe he should have tried harder to stay on his feet. He was in a terrific position.
They're little show shots at the moment, Shelburne.
Well, Linfield, I think, look more effective when they get the ball down and pass and play. When they play hurried passes forward, I think it's a complication. But saying that, here's the challenge coming in. You can see him. He's clever. He brings it in. It's very quick. It's very fast. Difficult for a referee, but I do think contact was made.
Bailey clears it over halfway for Linfield. Byrne again does well to stay onside. Little layoff. It's got Bobby Ryan. Ryan looking for a target, goes on the run, delivers in. Murphy in the right place at the right time to clear it for Linfield. Brennan wants to pick up Ryan, but Ryan loses possession.
Well, I've got to say, 30 minutes. It's been a terrific cup tie from the very start. Linfield went at them. Shelburne had to defend. All of a sudden, Shelburne had their way. They're back on it again.
Bobby Ryan, good delivery towards Jason Byrne, but Murphy's there to win another important header, and that will be a free kick. No, Bailey is down. Stuart Byrne just clattering into the back of the Linfield captain.
Well, I don't think there was anything in it. I think two players going. Bailey was caught slightly under the ball. Stuart Byrne had a bit of a run and jump, just an elbow in the back. Noel Bailey, tough little customer. He'll be up on his feet, no problem. I think the referee got it absolutely right.
Big night for Stuart Byrne. He's got the captain's armband on. Pat Benham may have been sick before the kick-off. Was as sick as a parrot now.
Well, he's a winner, and he'll be disappointed his team are not in front, that's for sure. But I think he's been terrific for the competition. Certainly Shelburne has been involved in some smashing matches.
Hawkins beaten by Ferguson. Thompson looks to turn inside. Rogers, big appeal from the Linfield players for a handball there. The counter-attack by Shelburne, end-to-end. Here at Tolka, Bobby Ryan puts the ball in. Murphy clears it. Not the most confident clearances. Gets it out of the penalty area.
Well, it'll be interesting to see that again. Peter Thompson, terrific. He kept control. He flicked it over. Yeah, definitely hit the centre back Rogers' hand or his arm. And I think on another day that might have been a penalty kick.
Well, there's hesitation, and here comes Ferguson ranging down, and Hawkins, who hesitated, almost got caught out. Ferguson is a real threat this evening.
Well, the two centre backs were caught square, caught on their heels. Ferguson made the ball. It's set up nicely for him. He tried to get through with pace. The questions they're asking the referee is about the ball that came in. You can see Ferguson. He sees the keeper off the line. He tries to float it over him, just can't get under it.
I think that may have been a corner to Linfield. Looking at it again, it looked like Hawkins might have got a boot to that.
Well, I think these supporters would have preferred the penalty kick, but it's a big call, and you know, this decision, does the ball play the hand or does the hand play the ball? And it's always difficult for a referee to call it exactly right.
Goal to the ball, forward looking for Thompson. struggled to clear their lines in that corner. They've been under pressure in the left full-back position. Bailey chases. He's got Wes Houlihan behind. He gives it back to Manus. He's got caught, Bailey. It's picked up. And there's a push there. The referee had a very good view. Wes Houlihan went over a little easy. It's a free kick now. Oh, the referee says play on. I thought he was pointing to the free kick. It's with Bobby Ryan. Shelburne, look at the space. Body's in the box. Outside it goes. It's going to be a shot. A shot coming from Jim Crawford. Locked down by McAreevy. More pressure. Shelburne turned the screw, looking for the equaliser. Cleared away defensively. Ferguson pumps it to Thompson. Rogers is there for Shelburne and he wins the header. Dangerous football when you play around with the back like that.
It's a fabulous cup tie. It really is fabulous. Good challenges, back. The defenders are working so hard. The forward players are trying to twist, turn. Lots of chances in the game. It's a good cup tie.
Goes long. Byrne wins the header. Finds Houlihan. Bit of space. Ollie Cowell wide open on the left. Not seen. Gives it to Bobby Ryan on the right. Ryan sees Cowell. Chance here. Falls in. Is cleared away by Noel Bailey. And there's an offside in the end. But another good move from Shelburne.
Yeah, good selection. Great ball across. Cahill came in. You can see him. He looks in. It's the big fullback. Douglas has been sucked in. He heads it across. Terrific defending again from Linfield. I think when you look at the game overall, it is a fantastic package. In both ends of the pitch, you've got terrific competition. Jason Byrne, Wesley Houlihan against Bailey and Murphy. Here's the cross coming in. You can see him far. Douglas has picked up the runner. He's done the right thing. Now he has to react. He's got to get across. No doubt about it. The official got it right. He was offside.
Jason Byrne just straying into an offside position. Douglas. Thompson's chasing in. 2-0. It's a deadly combination. Ferguson first, Thompson second. The fans celebrate what could be a cup victory.
Well, I was speaking about the package we're having in the game in both ends of the park. I was talking about the two centre forwards, Ferguson and Peter Thompson. And here we see it in terrific effect. Ferguson gets up, strong, powerful in the air. Hawkins doesn't stay with him. He doesn't win the ball. The ball's laid down. Thompson's pace gets in behind Rogers. Now you can see it. This is the other end. That was the challenge. It's just end-to-end stuff. It's a terrific cup tie. Linfield, two terrific strikes, and Ferguson, terrific once again. This man, Peter Thompson, excellent finish.
There's a vacant space in the Linfield trophy cabinet where the Gibson Cup once stood. Yeah. They'll make space for the Setanta Cup.
Long way to go in this game. I don't think it's finished yet. I predicted there would be goals. I still think there'll be more goals. Pat Fenlon, he might be feeling a little bit under the weather. When he gets his team in at half time, he'll really motivate them, get them working, get them running. And there's goals in the Shelburne side. Linfield have got to defend.
Ollie Cowell defending at the moment. Shelburne nil, Linfield 2. Ferguson and Thompson again linking up like they did at the Oval, scoring their share of goals.
Well, I do think they're a very effective partnership. Ferguson strong, powerful, and David Jeffrey will be delighted with the pair of them. Thompson's pace is always a handful.
Wes Houlihan trying to get something going for the Aircom League champion Shelburne. Bobby Ryan links up again with the number 7. Tried to flick it off to Jason Byrne. Didn't read the situation, the number 10. Stuart Byrne. Back inside, well tracked down by Darren Murphy. Murphy goes to the far side. Up for Linfield. Little lay off to Ferguson, and Mosey's on the chase forward, almost gets the touch, looks for the free kick, maybe could have blamed obstruction there, referee didn't think so, and Ollie Cowell picks it up on the left for Shelburne. Cowell just overplays that. Ferguson is like a brick wall and he runs straight into him. Thompson. Rogers, well, it's not pretty, but it's pretty effective, to say the least. Clears the danger.
Well, it's a wee bit frantic at times, but saying that, it adds to the atmosphere, adds to the pleasure of a cup tie like this. When they do get the ball down, there's a little bit of artistry and you can see some good play. But the passion, well, very evident from both sides.
Into the 40th minute, it has absolutely flown by.
I think it's been a fantastic game. I think when you look at cup ties, you always feel that maybe start a little bit nervy, but not tonight. I think both teams have started very well. It's been very competitive. The referee's played his part, and I think overall it's been a good game. Yeah, young Stephen Brennan, I'm imagining that might be some blood, and of course if you see any kind of blood at all, which it is, the referee will immediately ask you to leave the pitch and have it seen to.
Bobby Ryan has just temporarily gone back to the right full-back position to cover for Brennan. Waiting for the full-back still to come onto the pitch. The referee is having a word.
Well, this man will be very pleased with his team. They've really defended very stoutly, sometimes a little bit caught out, and Shelbourne have come at them, but they've recovered so well. Middle of the park, lots of energy in the front. Well, the 2 goals speak for themselves.
Thompson. Rogers is back in the track, and it's a throw to Linfield. Linfield won't want this half to end. It's been very, very impressive from the team from Windsor Park.
I think it's been a very, very good game. I think Shelbourne have added to the attraction. I think they have played some wonderful football that turned and tested the back four of Linfield and really maybe deserve a goal for their efforts.
Throw for Linfield, deep inside. Mounsey keeps it in play. Jim Crawford clears it for Shelbourne. Bailey with the ball through. McAreevy's onside. He's got 2 inside. He's going to have a look. Side netting. The 2 players waiting inside for him. You know, Kane and Mounsey. He decided to shoot.
Wrong selection. Terrific ball through. Had a look up. Saw the players in there. Went for the near post. Keeper was never going to allow that to go in there. That could have been the 3rd. And I think that would have finished Shelbourne. But they're still in it.
Brennan under pressure from Glenn Ferguson. Ferguson stayed out to the right. Brennan gets the ball into the Linfield half, and Bailey's there again. He's anchoring that defence all the way through this first half for Linfield. It's a free kick. Stuart Byrne. Well, the referee said no. Amazed at that. Murphy gives it back inside to Malice, and Malice doesn't clear it very well. Finds Ollie Cowell. Cowell's got the overlap of Dave Crawley. Crawley delivers in. Malice comes and claims. Looks a clear-cut free kick to me.
Free kick. Free kick. Mark Courtney got it wrong. He just needs to be careful. He's letting 1 or 2 things go now, and that was definitely a free kick.
Rogers wins the header. Very congested around, just outside that Shelbourne penalty area. They've pushed back. They've dropped back significantly. Shelbourne have dropped back in numbers. Understandable after conceding the 2 goals. Ryan.
But I think you can take nothing away from Linfield. They're working, the work rate is phenomenal. They're getting around the ball, they're getting around the player, the Shelbourne player. As soon as he gets it, they're closing them down, they're making life so difficult for them.
Glenn Crowe on the bench. That's an option for Pat Fenlon. He knows where the net is. It may be an option that he'll have to consider earlier rather than later. All the way back to Rogers again. Ferguson, he's got Thompson on a run again. Rogers stood tall, made the interception. Bobby Ryan chasing down the far side. Good defending from Darren Murphy of Linfield.
Yeah, Glenn Ferguson knows he made a mistake. Thompson's pace was there. It was evident he was running behind the back line. All Ferguson had to do was play the ball around the corner. He didn't. And Big Dave Rogers did what he's good at. Just got the ball away.
They're probably looking for Ollie Cal. Cal goes on a chase past Douglas. He's kept his feet as well. Ollie Cal puts the ball in, but it's too close to the keeper, Alan Manus.
Well, fabulous play by Cahill. Got right round the defender. I thought he had a chance to whip it in. You can see him there, pace, power. Doesn't look up. Needed to have a little look up. Try to curl the ball round. Just couldn't get enough on it.
We'll have 3 minutes of additional time at the end of the 45. We've just gone into that now. So 3 more minutes left in this first half of the Setanta Cup final. Byrne rises and wins the header. Stuart Byrne, opportunity for Sherburne. Ball just wouldn't come down for him. And cleared away by Galt in the end. It would be a throw to Shells.
Yeah, fabulous play by Byrne. He rose majestically, got the header in. The little midfield player Byrne came running on at par. He lots of pace, just wouldn't get down from it. He tried to get it down, it kept getting up. Bailey get back, just made the challenge. Michael Galt also.
Bertillon crosses deep. Byrne with the header. Far away at all. The home supporters thought it was in the net. It just went over the bar and caught the roof of the net. And that was a good opportunity and a good execution of the header.
No, it's a fabulous skill. You can see the cross coming in the steep. He gets up, he hangs in the air, he gets the power behind it. Yes, the keeper just off his line, and it just shaves that crossbar. But a terrific effort by Byrne.
What a tonic that would have been for Shelburne going into the break. Sherburne 0, Linfield 2 in the Setanta Cup final. McAlealy heads it on. Crawley delivers long. Darren Murphy's had to be on his toes. He's had some speedy customers around him on that. Pull back position, ball through, but Williams out to the edge of his penalty area. Ferguson and Thompson Lee linking up again. Mounsey wins the tackle. Ball just crossed the line.
Well, I think the simple answer is don't take your eyes off this game. Anything can happen. It's end to end. Shelburne have been stung with the 2 goals. They're coming back. I'm sure Pat Bannon will get them in at half time. He'll give them a little bit of a lift, a little bit of a telling off. Tell them to believe in yourself. There's goals there, and I think they can score. Linfield, they just need to concentrate. Put a super first half performance from them.
It's half time in the Setanta Cup final at Tolka Park. It's been a breathtaking opening 45. The first goal came in the 27th minute when Glenn Ferguson put it in, and that was followed up on the 37th minute when Peter Thompson got the second. They're a deadly duo. They linked up at the Oval Tuesday night. They've linked up here at Tolka Park to give the half-time score. We'll be reading bad news for Tolka Park as Shelburne 0, Linfield 2. We'll have analysis on the first half of the Setanta Cup final with Pat Dolan and Paul McDowell